You want to become a football coach? I'm here to help you. In this video, I'm going to share with you 40 years of football experience. And you might ask, Coach, you're 43 years old. How can you have 40 years of football experience? Well, I was born in a footballing family. So from the first moment that I opened my eyes, I was in a football environment. This video will help you learn from my experience, learn from my mistakes, learn from what I've learned, and become a football coach. But I warn you, I'm going to be too honest with you. Before anything, I want you to ask yourself, why do I want to become a football coach? This is the most important question on your journey, because do you want to be a coach to become a Mourinho? Did you watch Carlo Ancelotti lift the Champions League God knows how many times, and you're inspired and you want to be a football coach? Are you a failed footballer like me, so the only choice that you had to be in football was to become a coach? You have to decide why you want to become a football coach. If you don't know the answer to that, you're going to be in a big trouble. You're going to commit, you're going to go through hell, and the first week that you finally coach, you're like, this is not for me. So ask yourself. And please, make sure the reason is valid. It's not because I want to, because I love football. Look behind me. So I have, that's a 13-year-old girl. She's doing voluntary work. We'll get to that point later. Just keep that in your mind. Listen, I'll give you a boost. Before going to a coaching course, do this. Find a club, contact them, the one near to your house, and say, hey, I want to come and help you. I'm gonna wash the bibs. I'm gonna pump the balls. I'm gonna do anything you want. I'm gonna move a mountain for you. Just let me be in your environment. That is so underrated before you even go on a coaching course. Now, before I would tell you go get a coaching course, but this will really boost your progress and your journey to becoming a coach will be much faster. So now you know exactly why you want to be a coach. You have the reason, because football is your passion, because you have a bit of knowledge, because you're young, hopefully. The younger you are, the more time you have, and because you want to make sure that you're the best coach ever. I don't want anyone who says, I want to be a standard coach. You're going to be a great coach, so you're going to invest. Now that you know the reason, next step, contact the club, and at the same time, contact your football association. If you're in UAE, contact them. There are companies who do coaching courses. In UAE, you have CBF, you have IFL, they do it as well. If you're in UK, contact the FA, lots of courses, and start with the first course that you can. Usually, you start with the D course. Even if in US soccer, they have a D license. You start with that. And please, when you go on that course, you're not just going to attend the course to get a certificate. You're going to go there with the mindset of a student. You're going to be the lifelong student of the game. You're going to go there to learn. Anything the guy says, you absorb. That's the number one. And at the same time, simultaneously, you have football education and you have experience at a club. When you go and do your voluntary work, listen, absorb, be like a sponge. Anything that you hear needs to be processed. Hopefully you go to a good club, so the coach that you're helping will give you as much guidance as possible. If not, do these things. Let me give you an example. So over there, we have coaching a session. Over here, we have a session that is coached by that coach. So if you are here at this club, Coach Ebony will tell you, observe and supervise this session. So suddenly you're coaching. But with the references of that coach, she's going to give you a plan. So you're going to study it and you're going to learn how to communicate with these kids. How do I teach them? If someone makes a mistake, do I go and tell them, hey, you did crazy mistake and I want to correct you? So you show yourself, I'm too good and I can help you. Or you let that go and later on, you teach that boy or girl in a more positive manner. At the club, be like a sponge. So one, volunteer. Two, start with your D license. Another point, make sure from this point, you will never ever be a football fan. From this point onward, you're gonna watch every game like a coach. If it's Madrid versus Barca, or if it's under 8 training in your neighborhood, if it's a 2v2 without a coach, your eyes are now equipped with glasses of a football coach. Try to see patterns, try to see what goes right, try to see what goes wrong. At the same time, ask yourself, if I was coaching that team, what would I do right? That's the whole point of you becoming a coach, right? No more a football fan, but a football coach. Even a shitty one for now. You just started, yeah? I'm pretty sure you've heard about coaching philosophy. So people always ask you, what is your coaching philosophy? They even ask me, scale, it doesn't matter, because there should be only one philosophy, which is playing football, putting that ball in the back of the net, more than the opposition. That should be a philosophy. But Philosophically speaking, you want to have some methods. You want to have a character. For example, Klopp, he said, my teams play heavy metal. Fair enough. Arsene Wenger played good football, counter-attacking football. Pep Guardiola likes short passes, likes forward passes, likes pressing. But these are all relative to the moment. So you don't want to say, I want to coach a team that I can press high. Maybe you have teams, maybe you have players who cannot do that. So your coaching philosophy should be, how do I want to develop players? Do I want to be their friend, like a father figure, or do I want to be the professor, like a teacher? The professor is Arsene Wenger. The tactician is Pep Guardiola. You decide what type of coach you want to be. I hope you already know that coaching is not just kicking the ball. Coaching is way bigger than football. Even coaches who focus on coaching football are still building individuals. Even coaches who are coaching adults are still dealing with human beings. So the most important part of football is communications. Look at this. Who is the greatest free kick taker of all time? And you cannot say Ronaldo.
Free kick taker, Lamine Yamal.
Okay, bye, ciao. What do you think I just did? I just called a random player to ask who's the greatest free kick taker of all time, and I said, you can't say Ronaldo? That's communication. So that young girl, who's probably 9 or 10, feels comfortable with me. And that feeling comfortable with me helps me interact with her. And the better I can interact with her, the better I can help her. The better I can help her, the better she comes. The better she comes, the better my team performs. The better my team performs, the more chances of us winning. That's a 9 or 10-year-old girl. I'm not saying go and ask a 25-year-old footballer who's the greatest free kick taker of all time except Ronaldo, but every age has a trick. Obviously, I've worked with kids more, boys and girls, so I know that more. You might be working with adults, you might know that better. So communication. You have to be a psychologist. You have to know things about every player. Behind every player, there is a story. Why am I saying this? Because I want you to know that if you want to become a coach, there is no way you can limit yourself to going to coaching courses. In fact, you need to do courses outside FIFA. Like I've done it with Raymond many times. That's where you actually learn. What's next? Networking. What was this? Communication. Networking, what does it mean? It means so many things. Before it was like who you know. Now it's also about your profile on social media. Yeah, I know so many coaches who don't want to do it. I fully understand and respect them, that's their choice. But if you want to grow as a coach, you need to know more people. You need to know people in the neighborhood, you need to know people at local clubs, you need to know people outside your country. So on LinkedIn, create a profile for yourself. Even if you're a UEFA D licensed coach, even if you are an AFC D licensed coach, create a profile, share information, ask for information, ask for advice. People contact me all the time. Coach, I have a team in Kenya, what should I do? And if I can, I reply to them. So knowing people helps you grow as a person. And if you grow as a person, it definitely helps your coaching skills. What's next? Starting your first coaching session. Before I get into your first coaching session, I want to emphasize on the fact that at some point you have to decide what exactly you want from coaching. Are you okay with part-time coaching? And I'm not saying it's bad. It works for a lot of people. They have a career, they have a life, and they coach part-time. Or do you want to get into it full-time, all-in, professional coach? So now you've got your coaching license, you volunteered at the club, you've done everything that I've said. It's time to get into action. Jump in water. You find a team. It could be grassroots level. It could be your cousins and his friends. Coach them, learn, practice, improve on your mistakes. If you're at our club and let's say you work with us for 2 months as a part-time coach, so you come to us and say, can I do the warm-up on my own? So then you warm up the players. Next time you say, can I do the main drill, 20 minutes, moving with the ball, crossing from the wings, whatever it is. So it's step by step, right? If you're at the club, you get to a point that you ask, you demand politely, respectfully to have access to players. I'm sure they can give you that access in a way that the players also benefit. And then you start coaching. But everything else that I said is not done. In fact, getting a coaching license, improving your knowledge, growing your network, I can continue, will always continue. There is never a point where you can say, I've achieved it. I have my coaching license. No, you don't. Get the next one. Attend a personal workshop. Go to places that they offer pro courses. Do courses that have nothing to do with football directly. Leadership, management, psychology courses, public speaking courses. So it never stops, right? In this video, I explained to you what you need to do to become a coach. Everything that I mentioned came to my head. nothing from a text. And honestly, I don't think you need anything other than what I've explained to you. If you want to be a specialized coach, you still do everything that I said. But please ask yourself, are you willing to be the most patient person on the pitch? Because as a coach, things will go wrong and you have to be the most patient person. If you can do that, go for it. But if you have anger issues, bro, stop it. Good luck on your journey. Let me know what you think. And also let me know if after seeing this video, you decided to become a coach or you decided that football is not for me. Wherever you go, you're the lifelong student of the game. Coaches.